Good morning, students. This lesson is of class 8 for the subject of mathematics, topic arithmetical problems, that is direct and inverse variations, which is being submitted to you on 2nd August 2021. Children, there are many everyday situations involving two quantities that depends on each other in such a way that a change in one result in a corresponding change in the other. Such quantities are said to be in variation. Now let us try to understand this with the help of few examples. See, the first one is more is the number of articles bought, more is their cost, right? Second is more is the money deposited in a bank, more is the interest earned. Next is more is the speed of a car, less is the time taken to cover a certain distance. So all these two things are related to each other, right? Now children, we have two types of variations. The first one is direct variation and the second is inverse variation. Now let us discuss about direct variation. Two quantities are said to have direct variation if the increase in one quantity causes an increase in the other quantity, and vice versa, the decrease in one quantity causes decrease in the other, right? I hope you have understood this. Children, examples of direct variations are: number one, if the number of mangoes in a bag increases, the weight of the bag also increases, right? Second is, more the area of a parking lot, the more will be the number of cars that can be parked in it. So increase in one quantity will give a increase in the other quantity. Clear? Now let us discuss about inverse variation. Two quantities are said to vary inversely if any increase in one quantity decrease the other quantity, and decrease in one quantity increase the second quantity. That means the two quantities are inversely related to each other. Increase in one leads to decrease in other and vice versa. Clear? For example, number one, slower the speed of a car, more is the time taken, right, to cover the given distance. Second is an increase in number of men working on a project result decrease in the time taken to complete the work. That means more men will take less time to complete the same work. Clear? Now children, let us discuss few examples based on direct and inverse variation. Now see, example number one is A car covers a distance of 216 kilometers, consuming 12 liters of petrol. How much distance will it cover consuming 18 liters of petrol? So the solution here is, let the car cover X kilometer, right? Now children, it is a question of direct variation, right? So here, let us write the petrol in liters is 12. When the petrol consumed is 12 liter, the distance covered is 216 kilometer. When the petrol is 18 liter, the distance covered is, let it is X, right? I hope it is clear till here. Now, 12 upon 216 is equal to 18 upon X. Now let's do the cross multiplication in order to find the value of X. So X is equal to 18 multiplied by 216 upon 12. Now 12 ones are 12 and 12 18s are 216. So the answer is 324 kilometer. Therefore, the distance covered in 18 liter is 324 kilometer. I hope you have understood. Children, after reading the question, we have to check whether the question is based on direct variation or indirect variation. If it is direct variation, then we can solve by ratio method that we have done right now. I hope you have understood this. Now let us discuss example number 2. If 78 men can do a work in 140 days, in how many days will 42 men can do the same work? Now students, it is a question of inverse variation, right? The more you increase the number of men, it will take less time. But here the number of men decreased, right? So it will take more time here. So now let us, time here means the number of days. So let 42 men will do the same work in X days, right? So when the number of men are 78, number of days are 140. When the number of men are 42, the number of days be X. Now children, it is a question of inverse variation. So instead of taking them in fraction form, what we are going to do, it is 78 multiplied by 40, right, is equal to 42 into X. Now children, this you have to keep in your mind. When it is inverse variation, rather taking them in fraction will multiply them, right? So now in order to get the value of X, take 42 to that side. So after cancelling the terms, we get the answer as 260. So therefore, 42 men will do the same work in 260 days, right? Now children, you can take a small break and during the break solve the given question. The question here is, 36 men can do a piece of work in 7 days. How many men will do the same work in 42 days? Now you can pause the lesson and solve the given question, right? Yes, children, the break is over. Now the answer to the given question is 6 men, as it was the question of an inverse variation, right? Now children, note down one very important point here. Problems related to both direct and inverse variation can be solved by unitary method also, right? So either you solve with the ratio method that we have discussed, or you can go with the unitary method. Clear? Now let us discuss few questions from exercise. Here question number 1 is, a dozen notebooks cost rupees 186. What is the cost of 8 such notebooks? Now let us solve this. Now children, it is a question of direct variation, right? So number of notebooks here are 12 and the cost of 12 notebook is 186. Now when the number of notebooks are 8, let the cost of 8 notebook is X, right? So since it is a question of direct variation, so 12 upon 186 is equal to 8 upon X. Now let's do cross multiply and find the value of X. Now here also the terms will get cancelled and the answer is 124. So therefore, the cost of 8 notebooks is rupees 124. I hope you have understood this now. Now see the second part of the same question. How many notebooks will cost rupees 356 and 50 paisa? Now here we need to find the number of notebooks, right? So let us see how to find the number of notebooks here. Again, it is a case of direct variation. So number of notebooks is 12 and let the cost be X. When the number of the number of notebook is 12, the cost is rupees 186. And when the number of notebooks are X, then the cost is rupees 356.50, that is 50 paisa. So let us solve this by taking them in the fraction form and then we do the cross multiplication. So this is 12 upon 186 into, now 356 will go to that side, into 356.50. Now after the cancelling the terms, after simplification, the answer is 23. So therefore, the number of notebooks is 23. Now children, let us discuss question number 4. A truck runs 476 km on 56 liter of diesel. How many kilometers will it run on 198 liter of diesel? Children, it is a question of direct variation. More liter of diesel, more kilometer it will cover. Less liter of diesel, it will cover less kilometer, right? So here distance covered is 476 kilometer and the diesel used is 56 liter. Now when the liter of diesel is 198, the distance is let X kilometer, right? Now let us take them in fraction, that is 476 upon 56 is equal to X upon 198. So after doing cross multiplication, the answer is 1683 kilometer, right? Since the diesel, the liter of diesel is increased, so kilometer is also increased. So therefore, it will run 1683 kilometer in 198 liter of diesel. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Now see the second part of the same question. How many diesel will it need to cover 408 kilometer? So here also this is a question of direct variation. So distance covered is 476 kilometer and diesel used is 56 liter. Now when the distance covered is 408 kilometer, let the diesel be X liter, right? So now 476 upon 56 is equal to 408 upon X. Now let us do the cross multiplication. So here 56 upon 476 into 408 equal to X. Right? We have just bring X here up and 408 down, and then we did the cross multiplication. So the value of X is 48 liter, right? So that means 48 liter diesel is needed to cover a distance of 408 kilometer. Now children, let us move to next question, that is question number 7. Here the question is, our camp had enough food to last 50 days for 2200 soldiers. After 17 days, some more soldiers joined the camp and the remaining food lasted for 20 days, right? Find the number of soldiers who joined the camp late. Now children, let the number of soldiers who joined the camp later be X. Since, now this is very important, understand this carefully. 17 days food is already been consumed, so the number of days food lasts will be 50 minus 17, that is 33 days. I'll repeat this. Since 17 days food is already consumed, right? That food is already consumed now. So we need to find the number of days left, that is 33 days. That means the remaining food they will consume in 33 days, right? So we need to work on this 33 days now, not 50 days. Now students, it's a question of inverse variation. Here the number of soldiers were 2200 and the number of days they will consume the food, that is after 17 days, is 33, right? Now if the new soldiers joined, so the new number of soldiers is X plus 2200 and the food lasts for how many days? For 20 days. So since it is a question of inverse variation, so instead of taking fractions, we multiply them, right? So 2200 into 33 is equal to X plus 2200 into 20, right? Now see the calculation part here. Now we need to multiply 20 with both, or you just directly bring 20 here down, right? So let's do the simplification here. So here it will come out to be 3630 minus 2200. So the value of X is 1430. Clear? So therefore, the new number of soldiers who joined after 17 days is 1430. Now students, see next question, question number 11 of your exercise. 25 men working 8 hours a day can do a job in 63 days, right? How long would 45 men take to finish the job working 7 hours a day? Now students, it's a little tricky question. Understand this very carefully. First of all, it is a question of inverse variation, right? Now, 25 men working 8 hours a day can do a job in 63 days, right? So 25 men, 8 hours and 63 days. Now, let us find for 1 hour. 25 men can do the work in 1 hour in a day. To do a job is 63 into 8, that is 504 days, right? This is if 25 men are working for 1 hour every day. So how many days they need to complete the work? That is 504 days, right? Now, if only one man is working for 1 hour every day, then that one man is going to take how many days? That is 504 into 25. That is 12,600 days. Now, students, this 12,600 days he will take when only one man is working for 1 hour, right? I repeat this, 25 men working for 8 hours, they will take 63 days. If 25 men working for 1 hour every day, they will take 504 days. But if only one man is working for 1 hour, it will take 12,600 days. So we have converted all in one man and 1 hour. So we are following the unitary method here, right? Now children, let's calculate as per the question. A man working 7 hours a day. Now one man 1 hour was 12,600. If I take 7 hours now, so I have to divide this with 7, right? So it is 1,800, that is 1,800 days. Clear? Now this is one man working for 7 hours, but it's instead of one man it is 45 men. Then 45 men 7 hours, it will take 1,800 upon 45, that is 40 days. So we have got the answer. So this is how we have to go with this method. I hope you all have understood this very well, and students, you are requested to follow all the examples given in your book. In your book, almost all the examples are solved by unitary method. That's up to you. Either you solve them with unitary method or you can solve them with this ratio method, right? Now with this, I conclude this interactive session. Students, you are supposed to do the following questions in your maths register. That is question number 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13. Right? Thank you, everyone.